up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another video for you guys. Before we get into the video, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, share and like the video, and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. So let's hop into this video. Here we go.
I just gotta take accountability for what exactly? For what? For what? Choosing the wrong father? Okay. What do you want us to do besides raise our children? We're already taking care of our babies, so what accountability do we have to take? Because you're insinuating that accountability is an action word. We're literally taking care of our kids. Hey, you hear that, Rachel, in the background? I think the accountability that y'all wanting us to be is miserable, and it's not gonna happen. Single mothers deserve happiness too. We don't deserve to be miserable because we chose the wrong father for our kid. I'm sorry, that's not how life works. In fact, God blesses a mother that does right by their children. It's not enough to break me down. It's not. It's not the end of my world. And it's not gonna be the end of your world seeing me happy and prospering. So cut it out.
Well, you know, what do y'all think about what she had to say? Definitely chime in the comments below. When I hear men tell single mothers to take accountability, it's not about you. Yes, as a single mother, you're supposed to take care of your kids. I don't think that they're referring to women taking care of their kids, because that's your responsibility. That's what you're supposed to do. What they mean when they're saying this is that the majority of single mothers have this unrealistic expectation for the next man that they decide to date, not realizing or taking into consideration that they already have children by other men. And they're expecting a man, a new man that they're dating, to come into their lives and essentially accept your kids as a package deal. We've known that was a package deal for years, that these women are expecting a man to come in to make more money than the baby daddies ever made. There was no requirements for the baby daddies. There was no requirements for them to be 6 feet, 6 figures, any of that. And a lot of women tend to make excuses for it. That's the accountability that they're referring to. Be accountable for the fact that you didn't have any standards when you laid down and had babies by men who did not require these things from then. So the fact that you made that mistake and now the baby is here, which the babies are a blessing, but still you made poor decisions. And now as you made those poor decisions, now there are consequences, and the consequences associated with your poor decisions mean that reliable men aren't going to want to come in and take you on and your kids because that's somebody else's child. That's what they're saying when it comes to accountability. Far too often you find single mothers try to shame men who decide, I don't want to take care of you and your kids. I want to start my own family. I don't want to come in and you have all these unrealistic expectations of what I need to provide when you never cared or never required that before. And if your requirements have changed, that's not his problem. That's your problem. And men who have standards themselves and have certain requirements from women, when they do have that, typically the single mothers don't measure up. That's what they're saying. You don't qualify for what they want. And I think because women have never been taught to care about what a man wants or what he thinks, they have a hard time understanding, oh my God, he has standards. He wants a certain thing and I don't fit into that. That's his standards. That's what he wants. So accountability comes when women accept their fault in their choice, that you made the choices, it's your body, your choice. You made the choice to have the baby with a guy who probably was not ready to be a father. You made poor choices, accept those choices, and also accept the consequences that are associated with it. That's it. That's it. And I think if women would understand that, they would get a lot further. If you start being more accountable for your actions and stop blaming it all on men, we would be in a better place. I say this all the time. Women have the power if they chose to use it properly. If you want to attract a better type of man, you got to be better yourself. And if you're in denial about that, if you don't take any accountability for your actions, your choices, then you're going to stay stuck in that same place. And if you want better for your life, then you got to do better. That's all. And you can't do better if you're not accountable. It's not being accountable for your kid. You're responsible for your kids. You're supposed to take care of them. The whole accountability thing is about being accountable and accepting the fact that you made poor choices. And now a lot of women feel like they've leveled up or they've learned something, and that, you know, they're in a better place. Now they can expect more from a man, when in actuality, you are not in a position to expect more from the type of man you want now. Because if you want more from a man, you got to understand the man that has more, he has certain expectations from a woman as well. And you got to understand that the man who brings more, he's looking for more from you. And if you are a single mother, that's canceled that out. Most men of standard don't want that. Most men who are emotionally intelligent don't want a single mother. Most men who have their finances together and make good money, he don't want to marry or be in a serious relationship with single mothers. They've made it clear. They are looking for a woman that they can have kids with and establish their own families. They don't want an independent boss chick. They don't want a woman who's entitled. They don't want a woman who's nagging and expecting the most from him when you bring baggage to the table. And yes, the children are once again a blessing, but that is baggage, because at the end of the day, if you are in a relationship with this man, he's going to have to take you as a package deal. He's going to have to interact with your kids at some point. He's going to have to do things for you and your kids at some point, right? So if he wants to marry you, he's going to have to take on your kids and be a part of their lives at some point. So if he's looking for a family, then he has more invested in this than you. He has more that he could stand to lose than you, because he's bringing more to the table. That's what accountability looks like. Understanding that just because you chose a certain path, and that path may not have been the best choice, best choice that you made, you got to deal with the consequences associated with it. You can't become delusional and think that, oh my God, I'm just the best thing since sliced bread, and my kids don't define me, and my kids don't determine what it is. Well, your kids do determine that, because it's not up to you. The men got to choose you. The men got to decide whether they want to give you their resources. You and your kids, they got to decide that. And most men who work hard and can take care of themselves, they're not looking to take on a woman with kids. That's just what it is. And it's not a slight to any woman, and it's not, oh, they want you to be miserable. No, if anything, you must want yourself to be miserable, because you didn't really think about the consequences when it came to becoming a single mother. So to say that men want to see single mothers miserable, that has nothing to do with them. That has everything to do with you and the father of your child. If anything, the father of your child must want to see you miserable, because he could care less about taking care of that child. That is his child. Put the focus and the blame on the person who left you there high and dry with the baby, and not every other man. It's not that. Men are just stating that a lot of women are in denial, and they hate to be accountable for their actions and the consequences associated with them. That's it. A lot of women are in denial, and they don't see themselves, and they just think that it's okay for a man to come in and pay for all their kids and take care of them and put them in a house and pay all the bill. What is he getting out of that? So that's not a good deal for men these days, and men realize that, and they're not doing it. I hear a lot of men saying they meet beautiful women, but they got kids and they have to walk away. And they're like, nah. Even the women are complaining that they'll date a man, and as soon as he find out that they got kids, he don't hear from him no more. So that's just where we are. So my best advice to single mothers is to focus on your kids. Take care of your kids. Don't worry about a man. Don't try to date, because most men don't want to date single mothers, and they have a right to not to want to. They don't have to settle, just like you don't want to settle. So take care of your kids, live your life, be happy, and keep it moving. That's all I'm gonna say. But listen, y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe, hit that bell. Y'all know what it is. Chime in. I definitely want to hear what you have to say, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.